size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep the whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, but that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or you step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help strengthen social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is the Orcinus orca. Their common name is the killer whale. These 5 whales have their own personal names: Kayukit, Tuar, and joining us right here are whales Takara, Sakari, and Kamea. Kamea is the youngest whale at 8 years old. Kamea and Sakari's mother, Takara, is the oldest whale. Takara is 31 years old. She's also the matriarch of our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach the whales husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Casey, Caitlin, and Julie are joining us in the slide outs to help demonstrate some of these behaviors.
Thanks, Jacob. Casey and I are hanging out over on the opposite side of the pool with sisters Sakari and Kamea, and they are going to demonstrate one of the very first husbandry behaviors that we teach the whales, called a foot present. Now in this position, not only do we get a great look at their entire body, but it also allows us easy access to the shallow veins on the underside of their toe flukes. In this position, our veterinarians can take a blood sample at least once a month, and the whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire procedure. Now during today's presentation, you may see the trainers giving the whales tail massages or even back rubs. They have very sensitive skin, and this is just one of the many ways that we can build our relationships with the killer whales.
That's right, Caitlin. Well, I'm over here with Takara, who's the mom of both Sakari and Kamea. We're going to demonstrate another one of those very important husbandry behaviors. Another diagnostic tool that helps us to make sure we're giving our animals the very best care is being able to collect animal weights. We can do that with our very large killer whales here by asking them to slide out onto a killer whale-sized scale that's located in one of our back pools. Now we ask them to slide out. It's very similar to how Takara's up here on this shallow area here, but you notice that while she's up here, there's a good portion of the water, her body is still in the water. This area from the dorsal fin all the way down to her tail flukes there, this is called the peduncle, and it contains several large, powerful muscles that might weigh several hundred pounds. So with that in the water, we're not going to get an accurate weight. So to solve that problem, we can simply ask her to lift that head and tail up just like that. And that's how we find out that Takara here is weighing in at 4,510 pounds as of Tuesday morning. Now being able to collect animal weights is so important because we want to make sure that our younger animals, like Sakari and Kamea over there, are growing at an appropriate rate, and that Takara here, who's more mature, is maintaining a healthy weight. These and other behaviors are just a couple of the things that we ask our animals to do and to help us out with to make sure that they're healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and amaze with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. And for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Hey everybody, we've moved down to the glass with our new friend Santiago, who's visiting us from Mexico. And now we're gonna learn a little bit more about how killer whales learn. They do something called observational learning. When they're younger, they'll copy their mom, other members of the pod, and here in SeaWorld, they'll even copy us. So why don't we play a game of follow the leader, okay? So you can stand right here in front of them and go ahead and put that left hand high over your head and wave at them. Look at that! They're paying very close attention. They have great eyesight, both below the water as well as above the water. Out in the ocean, oftentimes they're seen sky hopping or jumping out of the water to get a better look at their surroundings. So we're gonna ask these two to jump for us, okay? So go ahead and point at them with your left hand. Now throw it over your shoulder. Perfect! They definitely saw you. We can come all the way up here and watch them as they swim down to the very, very bottom of this 40-foot pool before they come up and out of the water.
Wow, well that was pretty impressive. Well, I am over here with my new friend Juan, and we are hanging out with Takara here, and we're going to talk a little bit about how killer whales communicate with one another. Now they can do this in a variety of different ways. They can do it by tapping different body parts onto the surface of the water, or they can even make a bunch of different sounds from their blowhole by manipulating it, kind of like we do with a balloon, right? So I'm going to ask you to ask for one of those behaviors from her, one of those vocalizations. I'm going to point her to you. You're going to put your two fingers out just like this, and then act like you're conducting an orchestra. That'll work? All right, good job, Juan. Nice job, Takara. Thank you very much. You know what? I'm going to have you feed her a couple of fish. That sound exciting? You can stay right there. I'll bring them to you. We're going to have you feed those just from right there. There we go. All right, just one at a time. You're just going to toss it right from here on into her mouth. Go for it. Awesome. Now, like I was saying earlier, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water, making a huge crash onto the surface. That sound can be heard from miles around because sound travels about 4.5 times faster in the water than it does in the air. You want to ask her for one of those jumps? Yes, all right. So put your fingers down just like this, and on the count of 3, you're going to throw it over your left shoulder. 1, 2, and there. Oh, there you go, and she wants you. Good job. All right, she's off. On, you're going to come right here. I need you to stay right here because you're going to want to watch real close. See, she's taking her, she's moving that tail fin up and down real powerfully. Stay right there, Juan. Oh, Juan. I am so sorry. I had no idea that was going to happen. Oh, I'm just kidding. You know what? Here, this is actually for you. Thank you so much for helping us out today. But we're done. I'll dry you off. How about a hand for all of our volunteers?
As you can see, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on the many mysteries that surround these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period for a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. That's why SeaWorld works with our partners like the Norwegian Orca Survey to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt, fluke slams to stun their prey, and they can even beach themselves completely out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's time to get wet. Killer whales are amazing athletes. They can eat several hundred pounds of food in a day. Depending on where they live and time of year, their prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right?
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
we hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written,
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
all it takes is one choice.
One positive